John Holt, author of How Children Fail, once said, "The biggest enemy to learning is the talking teacher." Holt also said, "We learn to do something by doing it." Students need to be talking in order to be learning, but often they are silent. Our job is to help unsilence them. If a teacher talks 50% of the time, that leaves about 30 minutes for the students. Each student might get 1 minute. Ever heard a teacher say, "Oh, now I understand that math, now that I've taught it"? A person learns when they have a voice, mental and verbal and written. In 1981, we moved from Southern California to Dortmund when our sons were 2 and 4, and you can see in the picture with my husband, they look a little tired. That changed very quickly, because every day, either my husband or I would take them to the Stadtpark, and soon their best friend was Kai. Kai only spoke German. Kai, his brother Frank, Nico, and Lee soon were speaking German, but Nico and Lee always spoke English when they tried to communicate. As I observed this, it made me think that the language that you first use when you meet someone, including your brother, is the one that you rely on. While one of us was taking the boys to the park, the other was teaching conversational English at Berlitz. And we learned the Berlitz method and the importance of creating an environment. In 1984, when the boys were 5 and 7, we moved to Barcelona, Spain. Then it really got interesting, because in Barcelona, there are both Catalan language and Spanish. And at the Christian Park, which is what we named the park where the boys met Christian, there was German. But Nico and Lee continued to only ever speak English with each other. We returned to the United States in December of 1987, and I started thinking about mathematics as a language and the different communication situations. My students, just like my students who were my Berlitz students learning English, or the boys learning different languages, needed to speak those languages. And to help them create or have that opportunity, I needed to create an environment. It helps if the teacher doesn't repeat everything, but gives the student voices. The natural voice or language of students is often social English, not math, or it might be Spanish. Scaffolding helps create that environment to have them talking with each other. Sometimes you'll start out with one question and you'll add on to it until they have a toolkit. And with time and perseverance, you might have students leading the class discussion. Success. The teacher is talking less. Minimizing the time that a teacher talks is work, but it's worth the effort if we're valuing students' voices. If problem-solving thoughts are valued at an early age, think where students will be on their problem-solving journey when they reach high school and beyond. Do your part to help unsilence students' voices.